Love 99.5 FM.
Business News is brought to you by Guaranteed Trust Bank. Coming up in this morning's edition, Forestry Commission begins reclamation of degraded forest reserves. Meanwhile, ban on small-scale mining to be lifted soon as Parliamentary Select Committee and the Ministry engage in final arrangements for the lifting of the ban. Also, AESL workers agitate over unpaid salaries. Now let's look at the stories in detail. Now, the Forestry Commission has begun reclaiming forest reserves degraded by activities of illegal miners. 8 local firms are working on the program over 12 months in the Ashanti, Eastern and Western regions. Chief Executive of the Forestry Commission, Kwadwo Owusu, says massive destruction by Galamsey operators necessitated the move. Pamprama Forest Reserve is one of the affected reserves in the Ashanti region, which attracted expatriate and local illegal miners. In 2016, at least 8 Chinese illegal miners and their Ghanaian collaborators were arrested in 2 separate operations in the same year for plunging the reserve. The Forestry Commission also seized excavators and other mining equipment. 4 Chinese illegal miners who were ordered by the Bekwai Circuit Court to reclaim degraded forest failed to do so after paying fines in 2015. Residents of Kobro, a farming community in the Amansia Central District, have suffered the effect of illegal mining. Many people have reportedly fallen in uncovered pits, sometimes resulting in loss of lives, which went unreported. Nana Intia Muamanku III is Bekwai Akwamuhene. Meanwhile, the board and other commission officials, together with the chairman of the Parliamentary Select Committee of Lands and Natural Resources, have been touring the reclamation sites. Mr. Osu Afriye gives an overview. Workers of the Architectural and Engineering Services Limited in Kumasi are threatening industrial action over unpaid salaries for 6 months. They say persistent attempts to seek explanation from the Ministry of Works and Housing since August last year have fallen on deaf ears. The workers say the nationwide situation has brought dire financial difficulty on them and also taken a toll on productivity. Welfare Chairman Kofi Ampofo led some of his agitated colleagues to the office of Love FM in Kumasi to register their frustration. He tells Tanas and Sumen that they have exhausted all channels of redress with no end in sight to their plight.
It's a serious issue, and I don't know. It's difficult, and because of that, lately it's like production is slowing down because sometimes it's difficult to even pay for your fares to even fuel your car to office, and it makes us feel as if there's no future. We also want to know the future of the company, because we are architects, we are quantity surveyors, we are engineers, we are professionals. So we are surprised we've been put in such a dark corner. So the reason why we are out today is we just want the government to come out clear as to the state of AESL, because we know that 100% shareholding of this company is for the government. So we don't know.
The workers are also concerned about absence of a board for the institution, which is government consultancy services provider to state agencies and departments. They say they will advise themselves if government fails to respond to address their grievances.
As a matter of fact, we've written to, we are affiliated to the TUC on some
construction workers of
the TUC. We channel our grievances to them, and they made us aware that they will address it, and up to now we haven't heard anything concrete, and also our leaders keep telling us on quite a number of occasions they have dealings with the Works and Housing Ministry, but it's like it's been stories upon stories. We don't know who to believe again. That is why we've decided to tow this direction. I think we will advise ourselves when we get to that stage. We don't want to preempt. Sure.
You heard Welfare Chairman of AESL Workers Kofi Ampofo and his colleagues there. Now back to the mining sector. Small-scale miners could soon be back to business as the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources intensify efforts to streamline the operations. Parliamentary Select Committee on Lands and Natural Resources is set to meet with Sector Minister as well as Environment Minister next month to discuss a timetable for lifting of the ban. Chairman Francis Manu Adabo spoke to Israel Films on Interior. It has been nearly 10 months since government imposed an indefinite ban on illegal and small-scale mining. Through the Ministerial Small-Scale Office, government has been running artisanal training on sustainable mining at University of Mines and Technology in Takwa. Effort is also underway to provide alternative livelihood ventures for illegal miners who have been displaced by the ban. Mr. Manu Adabo, who is MP for Afano South East in Ashanti region, gives further hints of anticipated lifting of the ban. Meanwhile, Mr. Manu Adabo has lauded a reclamation project by the Forestry Commission. At least 8 companies have secured contracts to reclaim forest reserves over 12 months in communities affected by illegal mining. That's it for the business news. It was brought to you by Guaranteed Trust Bank. Amazing news for all customers and non-customers of GT Bank who utilize the RIA money transfer service. The bank has concluded the full integration of the RIA money transfer direct-to-account service, which allows senders to remit funds either directly into the bank accounts of beneficiaries or into their own bank accounts in Ghana. The process is simple. Just provide details of your accounts held with GT Bank and any other bank in Ghana, and within a few minutes your money will be deposited directly into the account. The need to visit the banking hall, join long queues to receive remittances is over. For inquiries, call 24-hour hotline 0302 966755 or 0302 677704 or toll-free line 0800 124 000. Guaranteed Trust Bank within Turada Bank with us. My name is SAEED Ali YAQUB.
I love the way she moves, she grooves, love